the album title Rise is just hopefully what we're going to do. And it's not about rising into selling millions and millions of records. That's not it at all. It's about our spiritual walk and about us rising into maturity and deciding that we're going to impact the culture at large. It's our choice whether we choose to rise to the occasion, and it's our decision whether we're going to be fearless in our pursuit of the Lord.
Did you get ready?
Ready to rock.
Ready to rock.
We were in pre-production for about 2 weeks before we actually started, doing recording on the album. And we were just in like this little teeny studio room, and with our producer, he was there, there helping us out. And we didn't have monitors, we didn't have nothing. It was just guitar amps turning around, and just facing me, and we were all facing each other.
Hi, my name's Monroe Jones, and I produced the Building 429 record called Rise, and it was an amazing experience.
And I mean, there were several songs that we wrote right there in the studio. We didn't even have, prior anything written.
I think that this album is a natural progression from the last. I think we've all grown up. And we've been through a lot in the last couple of years, and so we have a lot of material to pull from.
One of the things that we learned last year, I know for me personally too, coming into an established project, not knowing where I was going to land, what my position was going to be, getting to know these guys and do the best that we can do.
We wrote songs, probably we wrote the most honest songs on this record that we've written to date. We're all coming to terms with the reality that we're not amazing people, and this band is only great if God makes it that. And I think that part of having a Dove Award and realizing that there's influence that comes with that, part of that realization is deciding whether you're really going to be honest with who you are, or whether you're going to keep people believing that you're something that you're not.
Well, I think what you have with this record is a lot of situations where we go across the country and we say, hey, look, what are you doing? What would you like us to speak on?
And I think that this record is, we have poured our heart and soul into it. I think that people are going to hear that when they listen to the record.
Become better musicians and better songwriters.
I think it on this record in particular, and in all of our lives, you can listen to us talk if you have a chance to talk with us much. And that's something that's really exciting for all of us, to listen to the record and know that we can hold our head high at the end of the day.
Because I'm fighting to survive. Can't you see it in my eyes? Oh, please don't push me anymore.
The last year's been pretty tough. We've been what you would call road warriors, I guess. And in that time, you live with each other and you get to know the personalities, in and out. And it's like, how when it comes to writing music, I kind of know where Mike's going with the drums now. I know where he's going, and that it helps me to get where I need to go and be creative. And I think it's the same way with all of us. We just kind of feed off of each other and
We're bad and make it go.
I mean, when you work in this business and when you deal with what we deal with, there is a little bit of fear, but you got to decide that you're going to stand up and fight it. We're fully aware that we're going to try and do some things this year that we could fall flat on our faces for. We know that. I mean, the world will be able to see it if we do, but we're not going to let that paralyze us.
The only thing we can do is put our whole hearts into it and be passionate for the Lord.
The cool thing about God is that He does see us where we're going to be. The world around us may not be able to see that, but that there's that to look forward to. That even though you're not complete yet, and you're making mistakes, and your life is a rough thing to live with right now, the end result is something that's going to be beautiful, and God is working that out to perfection.